Right then, good afternoon. It's just a very quick one today, mainly because I'm going to be asking for your help. Managed to get myself a DJI Mini 3 Pro. I'm very happy about that with the remote controller. Where is it? It's in the bag here. Yeah, with a new fancy screen. And here's the drone. So I managed to get hold of one of them. I ordered it off Amazon on the day it came out. I managed to hold out for 25 minutes after the 2 o'clock release. Before I pressed order, and it arrived. When did it arrive? What day is it now? It's Monday now. It came well, it was going to come on Thursday, but I was up in Scotland. So it arrived on Friday. I've had a bit of a play with it over the weekend. I managed to get a couple of hours flying in, and I've got some early thoughts, but basically, I know there's a shortage of them out there. So I was wondering what questions you've got and what tests you'd like me to do. Now, don't be asking me to do a range test and flying like 10,000 kilometres away, because I'm not going to do that. Anything that's within VLOS and within the current restrictions, give me a shout and I'll see if I can fit it into a kind of mini. It won't be a review because obviously we've only had it like a few days each. Unlike these influencers who got a free one months ago. But yeah, I'd be interested to know if you've got any questions. A couple of things I've noticed already. When I weighed mine on the scales, it was 244 grams, I think it was. And I took a photo of it. And so I've managed to get my strobe on Cree LED light velcroed on there. Stick it back on. So I've put that on there, popped it back on the scales, 247 grams. So we're still within the limits, which is good, because it's important to me to have that strobe on in certain conditions. Gives me a bit of help with the old VLOS. One of the first problems I have noticed, and you'll find this when you've got one, or if you get one, you'll find this when you get one, or if you've already got one. Gimbal cover been completely redesigned, and I've not quite worked out the knack of how to get it back on properly yet. It just seems really, really fiddly. I'm not going to take it off now because, again, it'll be a pain to get it back on. But with the strobe there, you can see it just tucks these props in nice. So there's no cover like we had on the Mini 2. Battery weighs something like 67 grams on its own, mine are on charge at the moment again. But it feels like there's nothing in it. It really does. Let me see what my other quick notes were. On the controller, I don't know if it's just me, but it annoys me. So you've got two buttons now. You've got one to press record for video, and then you've got the other one to take photos. Now, it's a bit of a pain because you have to stop and then press the other one to change it over to photos, then press it again to focus it, press it again for a photo. That's what I've found so far, but like I say, it's early days yet, so that might be operator error. But it does seem like a bit of a waste of two buttons. These two underneath are quite handy. One's for pointing straight down, and the other one's for the old vertical shooting, which again I'm not a fan of yet. That might change. What else? The screen's nice and bright. I know it's been covered to death by most people, but what I've found, I've been out today. I'll show you a quick bit of footage of what I was doing today. Just zooming around it in cine-like, and I've kind of graded it back to normal, if you like. But this screen is quite reflective, and I've already seen people on eBay and what have you popping up anti-glare film. So I might look into getting one of them, but yeah, I mean, it's better than the phone, better than sticking your old phone on the top, you know. I do think it's a good screen, but it is a bit shiny. So what else did we find? Zoom gimbal controls, that's fine as well. And yeah, mainly, I mean, my main concern or frustration is that gimbal cover. It's great in the air. I love the obstacle avoidance. Again, I've not tried it much because I've not bought it to dodge around trees or swerve around stuff. But again, anything that enhances safety is good. And the 48 megapixel photo, I've not tried that as such yet. I had a quick go in the garden, but nothing to report back yet. But one thing I did notice when I was reading the manual, yes, I did read the manual, is that now we can operate down to minus 10 degrees C. So previously the Mini 2 went to freezing In the operator's guide it said don't operate it below 0. Whereas now we can go out and do those winter pictures and videos at -10 or 14 degrees Fahrenheit in old money. So yeah, I'll show you a few quick clips of what I've done so far, and yeah, I'm very impressed with it. But again, the jury's still out. I've got a lot of testing to do yet, and obviously got to incorporate it into my workflow. Don't forget to update your insurance policies if you've got one for your commercial insurance. And yeah, just take your time learning it because it's new, and it does. Whilst it's similar, it does handle slightly differently. So, oh, sorry, another one I've remembered. The I mean, I don't know about you. I've got what I'd class as normal man kind of nails. You know, they're not long. They're not like classical guitarists, or they're not as long as my wife's. Micro SD cards, fiddliest ones ever that I've had to try and get in. And not only that, it's a pain to get that one in there. But as you might or might not be aware, you put one in there as well. Not quite worked out what that's for yet. I know you can screen record. That's quite a nifty feature. I'll show you a bit of that as well. But again, trying to get these fiddly micro SD cards out of this one as well, absolute pain. So I'm going to have to get I've got one of these things out. You know, when you buy the micro SD card, you always get the SD adapter. I'm going to start taking one of them and use it as a little prong to get the micro SD cards out. But yeah, back to the main event. So coming back to my earlier points, if you've ordered one and you're still waiting for it, or if you're thinking about ordering it, and you've got a few questions that you want an honest, unbiased opinion with, you know, the truth, the straight up, how it operates, how it performs, then ask it in the comments below. Subscribe so you know when I reply to it, and put the answer up in a video. And hopefully I'll be able to answer some of your questions, or all your questions if they're good. So yeah, there you go.